I want you to give me your undivided attention for about 3.5 to 4 minutes because you might be interested in what I'm about to say. Many years ago, the Lord put it in my heart to do a commentary of the Bible. Now, I thought we'd have a Bible and have a commentary in it, but here's what happened. The New Testament was first, and this is the New Testament with the commentary, with the special nugget boxes and the summary in the back of just really, I think, some great biblical teaching. But here was the Old Testament. Now, this is not the Old and New. And this is the book of Daniel, Psalms in depth, and you have the notes at the bottom here, and it took 7 years for me to do this. I didn't have ghostwriters coming in. I didn't have people doing research. I wanted it to be the things I wanted to share. So here it is. This is the entire set. Now, most of you know that we printed this in America, and because we printed it in America, it cost 35% more. But we used the best paper, we used a special glue, we stitched it, and this is an imitation leather cover because the real leather covers were $35 a piece. And that's why you don't see a real leather cover Bible anywhere in any Christian bookstore the way you used to. Now, it took us a long time because this was a multi-million-dollar project to pay for the paper, the printing, the editing. And so it took us a long time to sell thousands of copies just to pay for the cost of it. Now that the Bible's been paid for, two things have happened. Number one, I only have 8,000 copies of this left, and we're not going to sell all of those. I'm keeping some of those because we don't know that we even have the money to reprint this again, and that's why I'm doing that. Then this is the New Testament. We have a lot more of these than we have of the Old, obviously because of the cost. But listen to me, because here's what we're going to do. Now, we're only going to do this for 2,500 sets because I can't go beyond that because of having a limitation of the Old Testament. If you want to get, this is really pretty good, but if you want to, for a limited time, get the imitation leather set, all right? Of this, it's $195, and we're going to pay for the postage on those 2,500 sets. So that's it. So the information will be on the screen. You can call the number, but there'll be a countdown clock somewhere. And once we get to that number, we don't plan on opening it up to any more, and it will go back to our regular cost. And again, it's because that we're going to be short eventually of the Old Testament, although we do have a large number of the New Testaments. We did a lot more than we were able to do with the Old. And I will tell you something, this is 40 years of study, 40 years at least. Probably at the time I wrote it was close to 39 years of study. It has nugget box. Look at there, the compound names of God in the Old Testament. I've had pastors tell me that they went to the book of Genesis and got 20 messages just from the book of Genesis with just the information that I had there. It's not your normal read it and me explaining what you can already understand. This is Hebrew, Greek, Aramaic. The prophecy notes are tremendous. So if you want to get this, I would suggest to do it now, and when we're done with it, it'll be completed and finished. And I hope let me say this, it's God's Word. I know what's in it. It took 7 years to complete. It'll be a blessing to you. So we hope to hear from you soon. God bless you.